Hey everyone! So a couple videos ago, I showed you a Michaels haul where I picked up a whole bunch of those laser cut little words that they're starting to carry at Michaels, and these are magnets, but I just thought they would look so cute with those little words, and I wanted to show you what I was doing with them because, yeah, you can use them in scrapbooking, you can use them in cards, but I sort of like them a lot for decorating. I used them around Christmas time around the house, and they just looked adorable. So what I do is I put them on bamboo skewers, or you can pick up dowels, whichever. These guys, they're so light that it's just bamboo skewers are fine. Although, be careful the ones you buy, because I noticed in mine that I got from Target there was a lot of crooked ones. So there's a lot of ones that I'm having to discard. But you know, you get like a pack of like 50 of them. So all I do is I just, you know, my glue that I use for everything. Oh, here it is. Oops, sorry. Whoops. There we go. Okay, the quick dry adhesive, the Scotch quick dry adhesive that you can pick up at Michael's. I just glue it along the back, and it works perfectly. I glue it once and then I go over it one or two more times, and it's just fine. It holds, no problem. This one I just glued once. I'm going to go over it again just so it'll smooth out. It won't be as rough. And then I'm going to go in and paint it. But then what I do is I picked up a couple of those frogs. You know, they're in the floral section of Michael's, and they're a metal disc with a whole bunch of spiky pins that poke up from the bottom so you can stick flower stems in them. And so what I do is I'll have a neat little arrangement, and I'll just arrange these and stick them into the frog, and they stand on my shelf and they look adorable. Like in that video, I got a little owl. I attached him to a bamboo skewer, and then I put these little magnets behind him on bamboo skewers, and he looks absolutely adorable. So I just wanted to show you how I'm going to finish these guys up, and it's super easy and quick, and it just makes, you know, for a really sweet display on your shelf. So this guy, all I'm going to do is, he's already been through his first gluing just to get the bamboo skewer to stick to it, and then I'm just going to go over it, and this application is just going to secure it even more, but also smooth out the edges so that when I paint it, you're not even going to notice that there's a transition. Just make sure to get all the gaps in there. Just make sure it's all smooth and there's no bumpies. Okay, so that one's done, and I'm going to let that one dry. Now this one, because it's a magnet, it was pretty heavy, and it would, one bamboo skewer wasn't holding it, so I had to glue two together. And all I did was, it's already been through its second gluing, which was I glued these onto here, and then I did a second gluing where I glued around the edges, and then I also glued down the center. See how the two bamboo skewers are together? That's because I glued right down the center, so they're all nice and secure. I could do a third gluing just to get it all smooth, but this guy's already rustic anyway, so I'm just going to paint over it. And this paint that I found at Michael's is so awesome. It's like a couple dollars, and it's Craft Smart premium chalky acrylic paint. And I usually don't like chalk paints, but this one, it's really good. It's really nice. I've been using it in all colors lately, so that's what I'm going to use for this. And I'm just going to use my fingers because it is that kind of day, because there's a lot of grooves on this, so I want to make sure I get into the nooks and crannies. I could just leave this wood color. That's fine, but because I had to glue the sticks together, I didn't want you to be able to see that glue shine, you know. So I'm just gonna slap some paint on it. Smooth it out. And I might make this, keep the stick rustic looking, because the front of the magnet's all shabby chic. So the other thing this chalk paint does is it sort of fills in your holes a little bit. There's a tiny bit of a filler property to it, which I just love. And also there's an added strength that it gives whatever is, you know, you paint it on. Maybe it's me. I don't know. Maybe I'm making up things. You never know with me. But it just gives me that feeling. And I'll just cover up the magnet like so. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the stick a little rustic. So I'm going over the sections that are a little bit dry, and because I'm going over them, it's kind of lifting some of the paint off, so it doesn't look as perfect as if I'd painted it. It looks rustic like the front of the magnet. So that's it. That's all I'm going to do. I'm not even going to put a sealer on it or anything. I'm just going to stick it in my little frogs next to my owl, and he'll be happy. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a good week. Bye.